Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? I mean, I'm not sure exactly which of the clauses of the JCPOA drone supplies to Russia is a violation of. But what I think is really interesting is the way that this JCPOA seems to take on a life of its own that is much larger than the realities that it was intended to address. It's become a sort of proxy for larger conversations and a largely dysfunctional set of conversations. And I've been saying this for quite some time now, and I feel more strongly than ever that we need to stop channeling every conversation we have about Iran through the JCPOA. The JCPOA is a relic of a different era. It's a relic of a time in 2009 when Barack Obama's administration wanted to test out the possibility of a reset in relations, not just in Iran, but throughout the wider Middle East, using the most contentious issue of the nuclear disagreement as the potential first step towards larger rapprochement, at a time when the Iranians really were hoping to test out the waters in the same way, to see if they could kind of come out of the cold. And the talking point at the time was that, oh, we'll never allow Iran to develop a nuclear capability, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, the world has changed so fundamentally since then that it's almost strange to me that we're still talking about the JCPOA, because Iran has become, for all intents and purposes, a nuclear-capable state. It doesn't have a nuclear weapon and has not made the decision to race for one, but it could very, very easily if it wanted to, and we all know that.
Okay.
And Iran, meanwhile, is much more isolated than it ever was. So the idea that this kind of negotiation would bring it out of the cold is even less realistic today than it was in 2009.